It's this one quote that I heard. Look out for who you look out for. Straight like that. What's good, my gods and goddesses? You already know who it is, man. Solar SHANNO, we burning bright in this mug. Let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. One of the hardest parts about life is when we realize that everybody who's around us may not be our friends. The people who we find to be the closest to us. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 3 types of fake friends. First, I want to start off by saying that not everybody that you come across, whether you have friends, whether you don't have friends, not everybody you come across is going to be your friend. Not everybody has your best interest in mind, and not everybody really cares that much. Everybody's so self-centered, focused on themselves, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. We forget to people forget to care about each other, and people are just going to be selfish. There's nothing wrong with that. We just got to accept it because we too have to focus on ourselves. But with all that being said, I'm going to give you the 3 types of fake friends. The first type of fake friend is what we call the associate. Now, associates aren't so much fake, but they're not our friends either. Associates are kind of just people that we know. This could be, you know, people that you may know from school or work that you may randomly conversate with from time to time. Y'all may chop it up every now and again, but y'all aren't really that close. Y'all are more familiar. Y'all may be kind of cool, but y'all aren't friends, if that makes sense. And for many people who consider associates to be friends, when you really start finding out who this person is, getting closer to them, we may realize that these aren't the type of people we want to hang around. Even if they're just associates, the people who we hang around make a big difference. You are who you hang around at the end of the day. If you're somebody who partakes in regular activities, going to work, going to school, getting outside, just going about your daily business, you don't do nothing crazy, you start associating yourself, you don't got to be friends, but you start associating yourself with people who, let's say all they do is game. The people who you associate with, all they do is play the game. You start hanging with these people, you're going to eventually end up getting into the game, start playing the game with them. You start associating yourself with drug dealers, people who abuse drugs, thugs and shit. If those are all the people you associate with, that's who you're going to become. Even if you have a strong mindset as to what influences you in your daily life, certain things, certain type of energies and people, they still rub off on you in some type of way. So regardless of if you have a strong enough mindset, first, you wouldn't even be associating with those people, and 2, they'd still in some way, shape or form, somehow, their activities or their type of lifestyle will still rub off on you. Now, you don't have to completely cut these people off, but you may have to keep a certain amount of distance from them. It's cool to chop it up with them every now and again, but these aren't people who you should directly associate yourself with. See, me, I'm as far away from a hood nigga as possible, but I know hood niggas who I talk to or have conversations with, chop it up every now and again, but I'm not hanging with this person. I don't do what they do. No judgment to them, but it's just not my lifestyle. And if what they do isn't conducive to my lifestyle, you have nothing to relate to. I shouldn't even be friends with them, As I say, you don't necessarily have to cut them off unless they fall into the 2 later types, which I'm about to talk about. But even then, you still have to understand what the associate relationship is. What's next? The second type of friend is the conditional friend. Now, here's where y'all may start to recognize some of the people that I'm talking about. Here we have the conditional friend. See, the conditional friend is someone who is only in your life for a specific reason or a limited amount of time, which I like to call seasonal friends. We all have those. A conditional friend, your bond is only limited to specific hobbies, interests, just things, regular things that you would bond over, but y'all bond are only limited to those specific things. Now, it's nothing wrong with starting friendships with people because of these specific types of, hobbies and things that, would bond people together. But for a lot of people, that may be the basis as to why they're friends. Like, that's the foundation of why they're even associated with each other. Like, let me give you an example. Let's say it's a group of girls, right? The only reason you guys are friends, the reason you guys bond, is because you guys are single. I'd call this trauma bonding. Another example, guys, you guys may only be associated because y'all play the game together. Y'all crack jokes, y'all hang out. It's just like cool vibes. But when it comes down to real situations, you may find out that these people mentally are not people you're supposed to even be friends with. And even then, based on that condition, let's say the girl in that group of single friends, she finally gets into a relationship. Now she has no reason to relate to these girls because now she's in a relationship. The basis of our friendship was being single. Like, guys, you stop playing the game all day. You stop trying to hang out all the time. You start, putting in the work, grinding, focusing on yourself. You start to realize that the only reason we bonded was because of those things. And when I look at them, these dudes ain't really on shit. So why was I friends with them in the first place? Because y'all were bonding over one specific thing, a condition, if you will. And once you stop meeting the condition that helped you bond with these types of people, once you step back, you kind of realize like how much you don't even relate to these people. When you have your own standard for life and you start looking at other people who don't meet those standards, you start removing them because they're not conducive to that lifestyle. They're not helping you. They're not doing anything for you. They're not doing anything for themselves. They're literally just wasted space. Now, when you start ending these relationships, these friendships, you either slowly stop being friends, which, that happens in life. We move on from other people and that's fine. Or we get into the next category. And these people start getting jealous of you. And this brings me to the third and final type of fake friend, which is the jealous friend, aka the snake. You eventually will or you have encountered this type of friend. Let me break it down to you. The jealous friend, or what I like to call the snake, may pretend to be your friend, may pretend to get along with you. You guys have a relationship, but you may not know on the other side they have some type of ulterior motive. If you're somebody who has a lot going for yourself in life, you may have friends, if they're not all winners like you, if they're not on their shit and they're not doing anything with their lives, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be jealous of you. They're going to be jealous of you and they're secretly preying on your downfall. And the more you start bettering yourself, the more that you're able to start reading people, these types of friends become more noticeable. From this person's perspective, them seeing you do better is a threat to their ego, and you start to make them feel insecure, like they're not good enough, which is kind of weird because it's like you can do the exact same things, which I'll get into later. Like, I find this to be a little more common with women because a lot of them are pressured by having certain standards, meeting certain standards. Some have grown up comparing themselves to other girls when they were younger. But I think the worst thing about it though is that I know girls who their own mother is jealous of them because of those reasons. It's like, I came out of you. You're literally the reason I look this way. So why are you jealous of me? You made me. Now, similarly, some guys will become jealous of you for these 3 things. 1 being status, how other people see you. 2, material wealth, money, chains, jewelry, all that. And we have 3, the worst one, which is women. Niggas will be jealous of you over bitches. It's crazy, right? Anybody can achieve a certain level of status. Anybody can receive like infinite amount of wealth. Not every guy can get bitches. Now, saying all this, seeing what you got going on for yourself, them looking at that, the snake may try and sabotage you, or even they may try to imitate you. Now, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, but it is also and can be a warning sign to jealousy. This person will try to be like you. This person will try to get what you have. They may even steal it from you. You know how many guys got shot and killed over money and women? Dudes try to steal from their own friends. Women, I've been backdoored, bro. I've been dirty macked. These snakes will do everything in their power to either put you down, hold you back, set you up. Bro, They will do everything in their power just to make you look bad because they're insecure about themselves, because they have nothing going on for themselves. They have nothing to look forward to. They're insecure about their own selves. And when they look at somebody else who's doing what they've been wanting to do, instead of trying to get like you, hey bro, hey Shane, hey SHANNO, how do I get like you, bro? I want to sit at the winner's tables too. When you get jealous of somebody, you have a choice between sitting at the winner's table or the loser's table, which is trying to do everything in their power to put another person down. How do I get like you? What do I got to do to start winning, to start getting better? I do want to be successful. Why do you have to come for me, go behind my back, do everything in your power just to make sure that I fall, to make sure that I fail? You will fail in doing so because I'm that nigga. And ladies, watch yourself too. You that bitch. Just because these other women are hating on you for having standards, doing better for yourself, why should that stop you from doing anything? Why should you allow these other girls to put you down because you want to do better with your life? Now, if you recognize any of these behaviors that I've described in this video, you might want to start distancing yourself from these people. You ain't got to cut them off. That's when they really gonna start to wonder, why did you cut them off? That's when they really gonna start showing their true colors. But if you start saying it little by little, these behaviors, you just gotta keep your distance, a certain distance. Don't let them too close. It's this one quote that I heard: look out for who you look out for. Straight like that. But yeah, those are the 3 types of friends. And I hope I gave y'all some insight as to like what type of people to look out for, who are the people that you got in your circle, conditional, associates, snakes. Look out for these types of people, man. Not everybody's your friend and not everybody has your best interest in mind. With that being said, I hope y'all learned something from this video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. This is SHANNO signing off. Peace. Everybody that you come across, I'm busy, Millie. I'm busy.